Hey guys, today I'm going to be making bone broth hot chocolate. So the ingredients that you will be needing for this recipe is your milk of choice. I make my own walnut milk at home, so I literally just got done making this. Marshmallows. I got marshmallows from Whole Foods. These are vegan marshmallows, and they're mini ones because mini marshmallows are the best type of marshmallow. And yes, you guys are in a cabinet. This is like the only position that can fully a mug, of course, preferably a cute one. I got this from the thrift store. I look so pretty right now. Bone broth, and I like the Kettle and Fire brand. And honestly, with this brand, or even another brand that I used, but I forgot the name of it, you can barely taste it. Like, you can't even taste it at all, but I feel like, if anything, the bone broth enhances the chocolate and makes it, like, richer. I don't know, I might be just, like, making stuff up, but I'm probably not, because I need to stop gaslighting myself. But anyways, I use this brand, but make sure it's bone broth and not, like, stock or anything like that. Or you can make your own bone broth if you are down like that. Yeah, this is the brand that I get. This is the kind that I get. And I like to stick to what I know. Okay. And last but not least, chocolate of your choice. A lot of people like to use like cacao nibs because there's benefits from cacao. Girl, I ain't doing all that. That shit's like $12. But I want to try it that way, but I just not today. But I got this chocolate. It's endangered species chocolate, and I got extreme dark because I like using dark chocolate, and I add sugar, which is also another ingredient that I wanted to mention. I like to use brown sugar, but I'll get that in a minute. I like to use a bar of chocolate, but you can use chocolate chips, chop it up, whatever you have. Any chocolate will do. If you like want to use milk chocolate, whatever your fancy is, do your thing, girl. And then obviously a pot, and I'm going to be measuring how much, like the ratio of milk to bone broth. And I think I'm gonna do bone broth first. So I'm opening my bone broth and I'm being very careful. It smells so good. Like, you would think that making it you would taste this, but you really can't, especially when you add sugar. I poured it up to here, the bone broth, and I'm just gonna, or I think that's like more higher. I try to make it half and half, but not too much of the bone broth because I want to spare it for other times when I make it. And then the rest with milk. And usually when I have it in the pot, I will add a little bit more milk because it does evaporate eventually. So I'm gonna pour this into the pot. Pouring into the pot. I like to put it on 4. I want it to boil, especially with the chocolate. Back to me now. Well, usually would get like the bigger one, but this is all they had at Whole Foods. But I went to Kroger after, and they actually had like the bigger size, and they had these sizes, and they had other ones too. So I'm gonna start getting my bone broth from Kroger. And I want to stop shopping at Whole Foods because they're controversial and I don't support that. But I went there because I know they had something that I needed. But now that I know that there's a place that has an alternative, there's an alternative place that I can go to, I'm down. But this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. There's milk on my phone. This is like, okay, Willy Wonka. It's not just my earrings. I love gold, y'all. Like, I said, I like to use brown sugar, but you can literally use any sugar that you want. When you want to make stuff like this, make sure that you're trying it throughout, that you're getting it to your liking, of course. Like, make something that you're going to enjoy. Ooh, it smells so good, though. And I'm just going to use 3 of the quarters. I don't know what to say. But I want to try some. That's not bad. I'm not mad at that. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm putting that in there. And oh my god, I think I just like hit a Bantu knot. Guys. Oh, yeah, that's gonna need some sugar for sure. This chocolate is very bitter. But that's okay. Like, that is okay. Because we're going to add a lot of sugar. It's going to be okay. Well, you also need like a little thing to stir it with. So yeah, just stir it. Be consistent with the stirring because you don't want your chocolate to burn, but also don't have the burner on too high where it can burn. I put it at 4 like I showed you guys, which is perfect because it's like, it boils. And I noticed like the longer that I have it on the stove, the chocolate completely melts a little bit more, because usually when I use like chocolate chips or like chocolate little things and I chop it up, or if I don't chop it up, there's like unmelted chocolate bits, which I don't mind. It doesn't like ruin it for me, but like I just want it completely all the way melted. That usually happens when I use chocolate chips and I don't chop them up. I just throw them in there. But having it sit there longer on a low heat to make sure everything is melted after it is completely melted, because like I'll show you guys. I think it cut off, but it's not completely melted. Like when I stir it, there's stuff that sunk from the bottom that is being like turned in. So just keep doing that. And I've never worked with this chocolate before when making hot chocolate, so I'm hoping that it'll be like decent. But I like to add my sugar too when it's more, the chocolate's more incorporated with the liquid and stuff. So yeah, just like, you don't have to stir it the whole time. Sometimes I like to let it sit and then I'll come back and stir it. And I like to put a top on it too. But I'm also gonna go smoke because hot bitches that like hot chocolate smoke. I don't know what to tell y'all. Okay, so I'm back at the pot and I'm gonna add my my sugar now. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Like, is that too much for 1 mug of hot chocolate? Honestly though, I might be able to get away with 1 teaspoon. And I'm doing it now. It's not fully melted in the way that I want it to yet, but it's gonna get there. Just gotta be patient. Usually when I add brown sugar, it like deepens in color. I think I'm just gonna add like a whole block. That's not even all that I wanted. Okay. So the sugar's added and I am letting it melt some more. I'm stirring around. This is how it looks. And see like the little specks of chocolate? That's what I mean. I wanna let that sit and it's bubbling. If I let it sit without stirring, it's been bubbling or starting to boil. So I'm gonna turn it down and let it sit, and hopefully it'll marinate and do its thing. This is what it's looking like after letting it sit for a couple minutes. And I stirred it a few times, and I'm gonna pour into my mug and add the marshmallows. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna pour into my mug, and I might add extra milk too, depending on if it's lower than what I did before. It always seems like it's less. Honestly, I feel like that's fine. But I opened my marshmallows already and tried some. They're better than I remember. Let me turn this off. LOL. They're better than I remember, but I like Trader Joe's marshmallows more because they melt better than the ones from Whole Foods, but these might be different because they are smaller. But I did go to Trader Joe's today and they didn't have the marshmallows, and I know they are seasonal, but I'm like, it's still like the season, you know what I mean? Like, it's winter. The cutest spoon, and it's mini, so it like fits perfectly. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let me give a close-up for you, my girls. Am I showing it? Yes. Doesn't look so good. I'm gonna let it cool down before I take a sip, but I'm hoping, I bet it's good. Like, we love an extra dark chocolate. But thanks for watching.